the channel. If you're new here, I'm Ron. Thank you for stopping by. As you can see, I'm at the shore today, and today is going to be a little trial between the GoPro, actually this is upside down, the GoPro7 Black, and this is the GoPro9 Black. So I'm going to strap these onto two of my FPV quads. And I just want to, I'm going to post the settings to the 7 up here and the 9 over here, and you can see what the settings are dialed into. And I just want to do a side-by-side comparison, and they're not exactly the same settings as to which footage that I prefer the best, at least for this type of shot. And right now I've got an ND, I want to say this is an ND8 filter on the Hero 9, and I'm probably going to put a filter on this one as well, dial in all my settings, and I'll show you the two quads that I'll be using today as well. If you're not familiar with these are the Rotor Riot HD1s, 5-inch, and they're freestyle quads with the DJI system built into them, the DJI air units in the back. And I do have different props on each. I believe it's Azure on this one. I'm not sure what's on this one off the top of my head. We're just going to put them up and get some footage, and I just want to, like I said, compare. And I did actually dial in my GoPro 9 for, I know specifically I'm going to use Real Steady with it, so just a heads up on that as well. I'm going to do one with Real Steady, one without. If you do decide to use Real Steady, you do have to make sure you have certain settings dialed in to use it. So it's kind of like a pre-thought that you know you're going to shoot with Real Steady if that's a decision you want to make. In the meantime, let's put these guys up and see if we can get a little footage. Okay, so first up is going to be the GoPro7 Black, and I did end up putting an ND16 filter on that. So let's get him up. First battery down. All right, so now I'm going to put up the other quad with the GoPro Hero 9 Black. I put an ND32 filter on this one. Sometimes I feel like I spend a lot of time dialing in the settings on these GoPros because I'm looking at my phone and I'm looking at making sure I'm recording, and sometimes it can be a little time consuming making sure everything's dialed in just right. So just documenting. Let's see how this looks. You guys are gonna know before I do. But again, an ND32 filter is pretty sunny out here. And again, I'll put the settings up here for this GoPro. Let's see how it comes out. I was trying to actually get down here last week and get some footage similar to this, but it was like 20 mile an hour on average winds, probably gusting upwards of 30, maybe more. And I just wasn't willing to risk it. Today, keeping an eye on the weather. No winds today. They said maybe 5 miles an hour, but no winds. Perfect. Try to get down here extra early, avoiding all the people. You know, I could say I was pretty much flying over the water, which I don't know what it is, guys. Whenever I take my quads out, whether it's FPV or just a regular drone, I seem to always end up over water. I just like those shots. I like the contrast between the water, the rocks, and the beach. And one thing I'm going to keep an eye on in the footage, which would be interesting to me with the ND filters, is the motion blur that you're going to get when you set your shutter speed properly. So again, if I was shooting 1/30th of a second, I would set my shutter speed to 1/60. If I was shooting at 60 frames per second, it'd be 1/120. You always want to double whatever your frame rate is. Your frame rate, your shutter speed go hand in hand for that motion blur. I'm sure you guys have heard it a million times. Really beautiful down here today. I'm just going to take a walk along the beach, enjoy the rest of the weather. And if you got any value out of these clips, or you're just enjoying the content, I'd always appreciate a thumbs up, a like, drop a comment below. And until next time, take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.